Welcome back to the Grown Women's Table. Hey, it's your girl Lori. I hope you guys are having a great and wonderful day. Y'all, this video is all about the brand spanking new Natasha Denona, and it's called the Sculpt Texture and Tone Palette. Now, she came out with two of them. I have their deeper one. And y'all, what we're going to do in this video, we're going to do some swatches, some comparisons, and some demos. And I'm going to let you know, do we really need this? I know you want to know, so what do you need to do? Say it with me. Keep on watching. All right, y'all, run, grab your chairs, and have a seat at the Grown Women's Table, and let's get into this video. Y'all, I'm excited about this video. But let me put my glasses on so I can see, because, you know, I took notes. So let's get into it. So first of all, I want to talk about the palette. Now, this particular palette comes in two different options. She gave us one for fair and lighter skin and one for deeper dark skin, which I truly appreciate. Now, the one that I decided to pick up was, of course, the one for the deeper and the dark skin. And this one is called Dramatic. Now, I'm going to let you guys see the palette. So let's look at it. This is what the outside looks like. And mine's, I've been playing in it, y'all. So this is what mine's is looking like. But that is what this palette is looking like. Now let's get into the stats. So this palette is, first of all, it's permanent. So you don't have to worry about it going away. And you get 18 shades and 4 different formulas. And you're going to get a matte, you get a cream to matte, you get a metallic, and then you get a sparkling foiled shade, not shade, but formula, y'all. This will cost you $82. She do consider this a midi plus because you're getting most of her regular palettes, you get 15 shades. This one you're getting 18. And y'all, the packaging. Can you see how the words are engraved? They're engraved into the actual pack. It's just not written on there. And then another thing is, this package has some weight to it, y'all. This has a little bit of weight to it. It's heavier than the other ones. And then if you look on the inside of it, you can tell that they are, you know, the line, the packaging in between. It's closer, it's more compact. To me, this is a very sleek design. I really like it. Very sleek and sophisticated. And then you have the different colors, you know, on the back. Yeah, this is gorgeous. Packaging wise, this is absolutely gorgeous. And y'all, it's got some weight to it. And also, the pants are removable. And they can fit in her other palettes as well. And y'all, I love the way it's made because y'all know I love anything that's travel friendly. Now this formula, it has all the frees. Y'all know everything is cruelty free, you know, all the free stuff. And it's made in Italy. You have a 24-month shelf life for the eyeshadow palettes. And what else do y'all need to know as far as stats is concerned? I think that's it. Let's just get into the swatches. Oh, one more thing, you guys. So you also got this little insert, which tells you about the actual eyeshadows and how to place them and create eye looks. And then on the back, it also tells you, because these eyeshadows don't have like names. You have the W, the Y, the R, the P, the N, and the C. And the W is a peachy warm, the Y is a yellow golden, the R is a rosy pink, and the peach is the P stands for peach warm. Now the NC, you get 2 of those. They both say neutral cool, but one to me is more brown and the other one is just like a cooler blacky-ish type color. So that tells you all the information. Okay, I already did the swatches, so they're going to come up on the screen. So let me tell you what the swatches are. And the way I swatched them is, on my side is from right to left. So we're going from this direction all the way over. So I did 3 rows. The W1 is a matte medium warm brown. The Y1 is a matte light honey. R1 is a matte medium neutral nude. P1 is a matte medium warm caramel. N1 is a matte, a dark neutral brown, and C1 is also a matte, and it is a deep black brown. All right, now the next row. W2 is the sparkling foil, and it is a light warm nude. Y2 is a metallic, it's a medium golden nude. R2 is also a metallic, medium rosewood, and the PS is the sparkling foil, which is a medium copper. The N2 is a metallic, and it's a dark neutral brown. And the C2 is a sparkling foil, and it is a deep purple with a multi-chrome sparkles. Now, the last row. The W3 is a matte, and is a dark warm brown. The Y3 is also a matte. It's a medium dark cool nutmeg. The R3 is a matte. It's a medium dark dusty rosewood. I'm sorry. The P3 is a cream to matte, and it is a medium peachy brown. The N3 is a matte. It is a deep brown, and the C3 is also a matte, and it is a intense black. All right, y'all, now we know the descriptions of all the colors. Now, I did some eye looks already for you, and so I'm just gonna pop them up on the screen so you can kind of see the versatility that you can get out of this palette. I kind of just wanted to give you guys some different looks. So I used the Y3 as a transition shade for all of these looks. Now the first look I'm showing you now, I used the R2 on the lid, and then I also used the C1 in the outer V and in the lower lash line, because I wanted to do something that had like a cool tone and a warm tone together. It gave you more like a rosy type look. And I also added a little bit of P2 in the inner tear ducts and the brow bone, just to add a little pizzazz to the look. Now this next look, I wanted to do something, you guys know I love a light lid, but I wanted to do an all matte look. So I did the Y1 all over the lid, and then I took the W3 and I used that on the outer V. Y'all, so pretty. And I used it in my lower waterline as well, and I also used that mustard colored eyeliner in the inner water, in the inner eye for this look, because I just thought it would open up the eye and give it a little bit of pop. But y'all, this look I absolutely love, and I feel like it's a great look just for every day to go to work. Simple, easy peasy. Now, I also wanted to show you guys some one and done looks, because I feel like there are quite a few shades in this palette that you can get some one and done looks with. So the first look is P3, y'all. P3 I thought was just going to be such a beautiful, like orangey, brownie like color. Very no makeup type look, and I just did that over the eye. I kind of like blended out the edges, and I did use that mustard eyeliner as well as the actual eyeshadow itself in the lower lash line. Y'all, that was so easy but so pretty too. So the next look, I decided to use the N2 as a one and done, and I used the Y3, that transition shade, just to clean around the edges. And then I used a burgundy eyeliner just to give it a little pop. Y'all, that was a very easy look. I felt like that could go from day to night, but it's a one and done type look. All right, y'all, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna pull you a little closer so we can play in these eyeshadows in real time, because I do have 2 looks I wanna show you. All right, y'all, so I wanted to do something more gold, like a real gold. So we're gonna go in with this Y2. And we're gonna put this on the lid. Wait a minute, I haven't taken my little sticker off. Y'all ready? Oh, woo, this is a nice mirror, y'all. I'm gonna use this mirror. This is a nice mirror. I'm gonna use my Refer 02 brush. And so I'm just gonna go in with this Y2. And we're going to just pat that on the lid. Now this Y2 is a metallic shade. Now I do feel like the metallic shade, you can see it, but I want a little bit more of a pop. And y'all, they feel so soft. So I'm going to use my finger. Yeah, I think they helped out a lot. What y'all think? We're going to go in with this N1 for the outer V. And I'm going to use my Refer 14 Max brush. Oh, it's falling out my hands. And we're going to just put this in the outer V, y'all. Because I just wanted to do something, you know, that was like gold. You got so many gold shades in here. And I'm going to just tell you right now, one thing I'm liking about this palette is I have choices. Y'all know one of my pet peeves is not being able to have a deepening outer V shade. And in this palette, your girl got options. And I'm loving it. Y'all know I've been in my 2-color eyeshadow bag lately. And this is so pretty. This is definitely, you can go out with this color, with this eye look. So let's go in with the Refer 03 brush, a little pencil brush. Take the N1, because I'm not going to use any eyeshadow, any eyeliner. We're going to just use the eyeshadow and the lower lash line. And y'all see it, we don't have no fallout. Like, well, we already know Natasha Denona's formula is great, so I don't expect anything less. Same brush, I'm going to go back into the Y2 and just pull this in the lower inner. Yeah, I don't have to go and put any concealer to clean up anything. Look at that. Let me put on some mascara. All right, in the comment section, let me know if you like this eye look. Y'all, so fast, so easy. That's the one thing about when you have good formula, it does not take a long time to get a great eye look because you're not blending for days. Like, all right, Natasha. Now, y'all know that C2 in this palette is a purple. So you already know we playing in that one, right? Y'all know. So we're going to put that on the lid. Because I'm so excited that she gave, y'all, I got a neutral palette with multiple options for the outer V and a purple. Okay, first of all, let me go in this Y3 because I haven't showed y'all how I use it as a transition shade for the whole eye. Just so you can see how I look. So if you're my skin tone, that's a good transition shade. All right, now let's go in and put C2 on the lid. Okay, I feel like it's very light. It's a very light coverage. Let me try to build it up first. Okay, y'all, so that's it built up. And this is that sparkling foil. But I want more of a pop. I'm going to use my fingers and see if we can get a little bit more. And y'all know I'm not a fan of using my fingers. Y'all, this could be a one and done shade too by itself, but I want to smoke it out. All right, I'm going to use the C3 because y'all know we got to use the black. And I'm doing it very lightly. I barely went in. Whoa. Y'all went back in to tap in some more. Okay. Okay, C3. Wow. Yeah, I want to see how I'm bringing the shape out a little bit because I want to be a little bit dramatic. Dramatic. Like the name of the palette. My Rephr 03 brush, I'm going to go in C3 and pull that into the lower lash line. Ooh, she's sexy. I'm going to add a little bit more right in the corner, make it a little darker, and then just take what's left for the rest of the lower lash line. All right, y'all, so I just went and put on some mascara. I'm sorry, on this side. I just went and put on some mascara so you can see the eye. It is very dramatic. Now, I do wish that this purple, you could see more of this purple. It's just like a hint of purple on black. So it's making the eye not be a total, like, all black eye, but that purple is just, you know, it's there, but it's not popping like I would want it to pop. All right, y'all, I'm gonna push y'all back. So as you can see with this eyeshadow palette, you know, we got two very, you know, dramatic, and this one right here is, you could go out with this one as well. So there is definitely some versatility. Now, let's do some comparisons. So the first thing I wanted to compare this with is the original, which is the little mini, the, what is it called? The Eye Sculpt palette. And you guys know, this was, I call this my little black dress, because for whatever palette I'm using, and if I can't find a deepening shade or a brow bone shade, this stays on my vanity. So I looked to see if any of these shades were repeats. So I looked at the Intense Black, which is this black one, that black shade, versus the CM. They are different. And actually the formula is different too, because you have a matte versus a cream to matte. And this one right here is a cream to matte. And I feel like the C3 is, I feel like that C3 is darker. But that was the only one that kind of looks similar. So you can get some similar looks, but not a lot. Just, you know, basic. It's just basic. Now, the one that I know a lot of people are saying, I wonder if I have this, do I need that? And we're talking about the Biba palette. So this is what the Biba palette is looking like. Now, the Biba palette is still available because I looked at it before I filmed. It's still available on Natasha Denona's website, and it's $129. Now, I went through it and I looked at both of these palettes. Let me put them together so you can kind of see. So that's what it looks like. Now, I did some swatches for y'all. So the first swatch I wanted to show you was the, both palettes had caramel in it. So the Biba had the Perry, and then the, I'm just gonna call it the Sculpt palette. The Sculpt palette has the P1. I feel like they are a little similar, but the P1, as you can see, it has more warm undertones. It's a lot warmer. So I feel like they will look different on the eye. Now, the next thing I wanted to compare was, of course, the black. So the Biba has the has Spot versus the Sculpt palette C3. And I feel like C3 is darker, as you can see on the swatches. But I will say Spot has a very silky formula. The formula on Spot is beautiful. Now, the next comparison I have for you is Nude. Now, Biba has Freckle. We have R1 is considered a nude. But R1, again, is warmer. And it has more of a peachier undertone. So I feel like they will look different on the eye as well. And you can kind of see there's a thing. The Sculpt palette is warmer to me than the Biba. Now, another color that they both had was a copper color. Biba had Rustic, versus the P2. Now, I'm going to say the P2 is actually lighter than the rustic shade, but I feel like that rustic shade would be a beautiful one and done. Now, the next comparison, you would think, when you look at this palette, you would think, oh, this palette got a whole bunch of brown, but actually it don't. So the Biba only had the color Seed when I looked for a dark brown. So you have Seed versus N3. And N3, as you can see, is darker than Seed. But to be fair, Seed is actually considered a dark chocolate. So, but out of that palette, that's the only brown, dark type of brown I could find. Now, I'm going to tell you what Biba has that the Sculpt palette does not have. So when you're thinking about eye look, so I wrote it down. So the Biba has a red, it has some burgundies, it has pinks, it has grays, it has a clay color, a beige color, and none of those colors are actually in the Sculpt palette. Now the Sculpt palette has that purple shade that I have on my eye, it has rose, and then it has multiple shades of brown in it. So I do feel like with both of those palettes, you will get some similar looks. You can get some brown looks. You can get brown and gold looks. You'll be able to get some cool tones and warm tone looks out of both of those palettes. But I do feel like they are different. And there is a price difference between the two. So you'll go from, what is it, 82 to 129. So there's a price difference. So for me, I feel like, especially just based off the price difference, I would go with the Sculpt palette before I would go with the Biba palette. That's just me. Now, I do feel like the Biba palette, you may get more different types because you got those grays and the reds and the burgundy. So you may get more versatility as far as the eye looks. So it really all depends on what you're looking for. Now, my final thoughts about this palette. How do I feel? Did we need it? Who is it for? You know, all the things. This is how I feel about this palette. Y'all. I love her. I love her because this palette is giving me what I personally need. You know, one of my biggest pet peeves is I get a lot of palettes and they never have a nice deepening outer V shade for me. And now I have so many different versions of brown, charcoal black, deep black. Like, I got options and I love it. I feel like this will be a great accessory palette for me. This could be a great everyday palette for me. This could be from day to night palette. Like, this palette can do a lot for me personally. And if you are a neutral lover, girl, and you're dark skinned, baby, what? I really do enjoy this palette because I called this my little black dress, right? Y'all know, if you've been here, you know this is the little black dress. Now, baby, we got a big black dress. We got the big black. We got the grown woman. So we got the little sister and the grown woman. I do enjoy it. Now, did we need this? Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say yes and no. For me, it's serving a purpose. And if you're someone like me who likes to have some options and it's hard to find options, it serves a purpose for me. But I feel like these colors, you may be able to find these, you will be able to find these similar colors in a lot of her palettes and a lot of other people's palettes. So if you don't mind like going from palette to palette to palette looking for the colors that you need, then you don't need this palette. If you have some really beautiful neutral palettes, you don't need this palette either. But if you are someone who likes to be able to have it all in one spot, I feel like it is definitely worth picking up. So I feel like it was a need. And I love the fact that we got a lighter version and a darker version, which kudos to her. Like, and it wasn't an afterthought. So that's another thing I love about this palette. But you guys, that's it. I hope this video was helpful. I hope the swatches was helpful. I hope the demo was helpful, and the stats and all those things were helpful so that you can make an informed decision. Now, this palette it's not cheap. It's $82, but when y'all know I broke the math down. I did break the math down. So if we break the price down by, okay, if we break this price, the BB price down, those $129, you're basically paying $8.60 or so per shadow. If we break down one of her mini palettes, which are 15 shades, and you're paying $69, you're paying $4.55. I mean, $4.60 per shadow. And now we have what she called a midi plus, which is this, and you're getting 18 shadows. And it's $82, and when you break that down by 18, you're paying $4.55 per shadow. So actually, it's not a bad price. You're just getting a few more. You're getting 3 extra shadows. So when you break it down, it really is not a bad price. But that's it, you guys. In the comment section, let me know, are you interested in this palette? Which eye look did you like the best? And also, everything that's on my face will be in the description box, and those are affiliate links. So if you decide to pick up anything under those affiliate links, I appreciate you. I thank you. It's a great way of supporting the channel. If you know somebody that loves makeup, share my channel with them, because your girl is on the road to grow. But y'all, that is it. I'm excited. I hope this was helpful. And y'all, on Wednesday Night Live, we're going to go really into this palette a lot more. I'm gonna take a deep dive. I want to do some individual colors, just one and done, so we can see how they're gonna look on my skin tone. So catch me on Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time right here at YouTube for our weekly live, and we're gonna dive more into this palette. But that is it, you guys. Don't forget to thumbs up the video, and that's it. So to all my new subscribers, I see you and I appreciate you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you know what you need to do, right? Hit that button so that I can save you a seat at the Grown Women's Table. And until the next video, bye bye.
If you need some advice or looking for an idea, just to get some tips, you can get that right here. This is Lori's life, yeah, this is Lori's life, yeah. Check out Lori's life, yeah, this is Lori's life.